We're still being bullied. We're
Hmm.
still being bullied in our own home, which is it's so annoying because I'm like, I love this place. I love my flat. But these neighbors trust no one. Trust absolutely nobody.
I'm dialing in homeless. What about you?
I'm dialing in with DOMs.
Hmm. Yeah.
Real bad DOMs.
Heavy lifting will do that to you.
Hmm.
It's been a weekend. It's been it's been a week actually.
Yeah.
It's been a week of packing. We've had to pack away 23 years worth of worldly possessions and items and clothes and papers. Oh my God, the number of letters and shit and like primary school reports and notebooks and every diary I've owned in my life. Just all the small bits and bobs and treasures and sentimental items. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's a lot to have to root through and sort and pack. And in the end, I just started throwing everything into a bag. Probably rubbish has made it's going to make it through to the other side with me. But I had to pack everything up, had it collected on Friday morning to go into storage for the next month and a bit until I actually have access to my new place. Until then, I am staying at Chid's house, which is where I currently am.
Yes. Welcome to my humble abode.
Thank you. Thank you.
Day one.
This is the first full day waking up here.
What was it like waking up in a bed that's not yours? Because doesn't it feel a little bit, you forget sometimes for a split second and you're like, wait, what's going on?
It's definitely jarring, initially. And it also still feels very temporary. Like it feels like I'm only here for a couple of days.
Mm,
Or like I'm getting my things to go today so that I can be back online at work tomorrow morning. But actually, I'm here for another month and a few days.
that's crazy.
It is crazy. There's a lot to get used to, like not just living at your house, but it's a whole different town. Like I'm not in London anymore. I guess I've officially moved out of London. I've officially moved to Hertfordshire. I realized that as I was coming out of the station, I was like, oh, I was looking around the station, like this was the move. I just moved. I guess didn't feel like that because it's like, oh, this is just a stopgap until I move into my flat, but it's in the same town, so
Yeah.
I've officially moved here.
Yeah, but I guess that yesterday, or what day was it? I guess the day that we left,
Hmm.
we were just so focused on the leaving that we weren't thinking about the arrival, the moving, or the change, and the
Mm.
fact that you're in Hertfordshire now. It was more about the fact that, oh, this is the end of
Our
that.
family home.
Yeah, yeah,
This is us moving out of the flat that we've grown up in our whole lives and known as like our base for the past decade and a half. I mean, 2 decades and a half.
yeah. Insane. Very emotional. It was really emotional. Like there were so many bits to it that felt like I know you should probably go into how you felt because obviously this was your home last. That's
Hmm.
so cute.
Hmm.
Um, but for me, it just felt like the signal of the passing of time and how much things have changed. And
Hmm.
being a Londoner and being from London, obviously we still are Londoners. We're still from London. That doesn't change. But that's such a big part of my personality. That's what made us.
Yeah,
Like
fully.
it's like so to leave that root, that anchor of like that flat,
Hmm.
it just feels so crazy. Like what? The end of such an incredible era.
Literally, the end of the only era. That's the era. Like this is it's the constant. It's the connection between all stages of our lives. Like the place that you return back to, regardless. You know, you go away for uni, you go and live with your friends for a bit, but that place is always the base. It's always there. Very emotional. I feel like I experienced emotions that I haven't experienced ever in life. Like I felt like I was on a different plane, literally. Like what's going on? It's like being untethered, just like floating in the wind. Although it still hasn't hit me that we won't have access to it. Currently, we're at the point of exchange and
Mm.
completion will be like some days after. So technically, we can still go into the flat. We've still got the keys. We can go in anytime and do any last minute cleaning or grab things that may have been forgotten or whatever that we need to do. We can do that. But from literally the morning of completion, once we hand over those keys, that's it. It doesn't. It ceases to exist. We no longer belong there. We
Wow.
no longer will belong there. And we had this gas engineer come to disconnect the cooker. And he was asking, "Oh, you guys are moving. Like, how long have you lived here?" And I told him, like, 23 years. And he was like, "Oh, wow, that's a really, really big move then. Like, this is like your childhood home." Like, he said, "You know what's going to happen? You are going to just, whenever you're in the area, whenever you're in Shoreditch or Hoxton or just local, you're going to find yourself just coming to the flat, just coming outside, hanging out outside and just looking to see who's there, seeing what activities happening. Like you will constantly find yourself drawn towards it like a magnet."
Yeah. I see that. I
Ah,
100% see that.
fully, fully.
The thing is, I also want to go inside and see what our rooms look like and what they've done with the place.
Trust me, I'm just gonna give it enough time, and when the time feels right, I'm gonna knock on that door and say, "Hi guys, oh we used to live here. Can we just have a look?"
Oh
You know how
my
people do
God.
that.
Oh yeah, that happened to us when we were at uni, and it was like a bunch of like middle-aged men came to our door and was like, we used to live here. We went to uni. How many years ago? I think it was like over 10 years ago. And we used to live on the street. Can we see what it looks like? And I'm thinking,
No, I'm not letting
what
middle-aged
are
men
you
into my house.
what are you doing? I was just looking at them like, you're not stepping foot in this flat, in this house.
Literally.
But they did because the boys let them in and was just like talking to them and got chatting. But thankfully, they were just normal and they were telling the truth. But if it was my choice, I'd be like, look through the window and keep it pushing.
And how attached can you be to a uni place that you stayed in
Right.
1 year? Like, of course, it's going to be very, very different and it's have changed a lot because it probably was even whilst you were there. Wait, I'm trying to think if any of the uni accommodations that I've lived in, whether I would. My second year house, I have to say, there is so much drama and trauma associated with that space. I probably would never want to enter there again. I think
Mm.
it would feel like a horror. It feels like the scene of a scary movie a lot of the time because some scary things did happen there.
Wait, which one's your second year house? Was it the one with the 23 bed?
No, that was my third year, my final year.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I've got
You've got your own
association.
traumatic experience that happened there, yeah. Yeah. Actually, I would actually enjoy going to the 23 bed one because that one was obviously just, I think a lot of memories would flood back of like the mundane kind of day-to-day stuff. Whereas
Mm.
all I kind of remember are those big, monumentous or funny or somehow eventful occasions. I'd love to just remember what we would actually do day to day.
Mm.
Oh, I actually did return to my first year halls last year, but that was because we were dropping Iffy off. And so
Yeah.
Iffy, our younger sister, is not only going to my uni, but is living in my same accommodation, like block, like accommodation group. I don't know what you call it. There are four buildings called the same thing, and she lives
Mm.
in the same exact building that I'm in. I was in.
Yeah.
So I was literally there. Was she? Is she in the same floor as well?
No, not the same floor, but it's the same. Like
I
you were
think
on the
she
ground
was in the
floor and
same.
you were on this, and she's on the first or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I did get to see the ground floor and went outside my door and went into the kitchen. Oh, it's so freaking weird going back to a place that holds so many memories. It's actually very, very weird. Especially when I don't know if you're ever like walking around, like not just in the exact in any random place. It's even happened in different countries where you're walking around at a certain time of night or dusk or daytime, and a certain smell is in the air, and the wind hits in a certain angle, which triggers the, and all the things combined at once feel like you're back in a very particular place in a very specific moment that you would never have remembered otherwise.
Mm.
Like there was a time where I was just walking around. I think I was literally walking around Hoxton and it was dusk and it was like autumn. And I don't know if it was a smell or a sensation in my body or something. And I was suddenly brought back to being on campus in first year, first term. I was walking to my lecture, like the late lecture that I would have, which would be like, I think it'd finish at like 6 p.m. But because it was autumn time, or that part of like October, November where it gets really dark, it just felt like it was way later than it was. And you'd come out of the lecture hall and it'd be very, very dark. And there's like a particular chill in the air and a scent. And yeah, just when you're not in the same physical space where the memories happened, but the memories are triggered, or you feel like in, you're embodying the same state that you were that last time. So you become the person who was walking. It's not just like you're like, oh, I remember that. That reminds me of it. It's like, no, I am that person now. I am, for that split second, I am back there. Do you get
Mm.
that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's even weirder when you're actually there and you're standing outside the room that you lived in first year, and in the halls that literally impacted so much about the trajectory of your life. And but you're not that person. It's a weird one. It's a really, really, really weird one. And being in your empty childhood flat, the place that you grew up in, the only place that you've known to be home in the truest sense of the word, and it's empty. The way my mind was just spinning up a tale, like connecting all the parts from like past, present, and like every single stage of life was in the room with me at that one time. It was like
Mm.
I'm 5 years old, I'm seven, I'm 11 years old, I'm just starting sixth form. I've just come back from uni for a random weekend because it's all getting a bit much and I just need to go home for a bit. I'm I've just come back from some random library in London because it's my master's, and I've come back to just spend some time at home to get my dissertation done because it's getting a bit intense. Or I'm 17 and I've just come back from a night out, and it was all happening in that room at the exact same time, and it's crazy. I could just see my brain was just spitting out different configurations of the furniture layout when the walls
Yeah.
were orange and the carpet was whatever color it was, and when we had posters up, and it was a bunk bed, and when it was all happening at the exact same time. It was freaking crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy. And then putting it all into present day, and it's like I'm 30 years old, about to say goodbye to this place that has been the anchor point for so many, for everything. And I'm saying goodbye to this place because I'm moving not just out of this property, but out of this city that is everything about who I am. And I'm moving in to a random town outside of the city, and I'm going to be living with like the love of my life in a month's time. I can't explain the feeling. I can't describe it. It's so profound, and it's so real. It made life feel so real.
Mm.
It was like we're living it. And then this is gonna go kind of morbid and kind of deep, but it then also made me think about death quite a lot. Like, oh, we really move through life.
Yeah.
And the truest thing about life, another stage of life, is the ending of life, is death. So my mind would just be thinking, everyone's gonna die.
Oh dear.
That's literally that thought was also coming, like,
Oh.
oh, then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that. Oh, and then we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of probably a bit about what was going on in my head subconsciously, because at the back of kind of what I was saying about I don't want time to move too quickly is just that thing of, oh, we're growing up, there's all these life
Hmm.
stages, big life stages and big life changes, and it's all just gonna go and keep going. And then sometimes you don't realize you're in such a different phase of your life until you have these bigger moments where you're like, oh shit, we're in such a different stage of our lives. Like, we're living with partners. We've moved out of the city that we love and that we grew up in, and there's no anchor back there.
We can only pass through.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
It's
It's so
so sad.
sad. And I do, and yeah, there's a part of me that feels pissed off. Like, I've been pushed out of the city. That's one thing, the gentrification of it all, and obviously, yeah, everything's so expensive, and I would love to, I'd love to stay in London. But I'm excited about this move as well. I'm excited about this place. Going around yesterday through the markets and stuff, like I think the sun being out really does make it all feel very positive and like, oh, I could be here. And there's the
Mm.
lake, and it's very picturesque. And I
Yeah.
had been getting to the point where I was like, I just need more nature. I just need more like space. Like I was getting to the point where London was feeling a bit like, okay, I love it, but when I go for a walk, I don't want to just be seeing people and cars. Like I'd like to also see some trees. I'd like to see, I'd like vast green spaces that aren't just like patches of grass or aren't like parks where everyone's chock a block. Every single square meter of space is taken by someone who's laying out with their M&S goodies. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be at that point again of the year though.
No, seriously, moving in spring is is the best time to move
It's a cheat code.
because it is. You've got the beautiful sun coming in, things are blossoming. It's also a changing vibe of the season does feel like, oh yeah, this is the season of change and
It's
growth
true.
and flourishment. And then you go into summer and it's like the
Hmm.
best season ever. Everyone knows this. And then you wind down and then you get to have your first Christmas in your new place and you get cozy and light candles and fairy lights and it's all very cute. So it's a good time to move for sure.
Yeah, that's true. By winter, I'll have definitely really have all my like furniture and decor up. Because you know, it does take a
Yeah.
while, but it does take a while. I think you initially move in and you have your place in laid out in a specific way and decorations up in a certain way, but I don't think it really bakes in or it really becomes what it's going to be for a good while. Like it changes as you interact with the space a bit more.
That's true. Yeah, even me recently, I've started injecting fun. Like I re-upholstered my whole sofa with those covers and
Hmm.
changed all my prints. Yeah, you're right about that, to be
Hmm.
fair.
Also, just with the sheer volume of items and things that I have, I do think it's going to take me a good few months to know what's going where, what am I keeping, what am I getting rid of. Honestly, from the when those storage units redeliver my items to move into the new place, I genuinely want to take half of it straight from the container into the bin.
You chat, man, you chat. I was terrified when I came to your flat to help you
There's so much
help you
stuff.
pack. The sheer amount of things. Because I always say I've got far too many things. I couldn't believe how much stuff I had when I was moving out. Shoes, jackets, insane. I didn't know anything yet until I
Oh,
saw
come on.
yours. Oh, the shoes alone shocked me. There were
How many
shoes
shoes
I've
do you
never
have?
seen.
What are you talking?
Loads. I've got loads of shoes. I've got loads of jackets. I don't have as much as you.
If you were to move out of here, I think you'd be surprised.
You've
Please.
got twice as many shoes as you and three times the amount of jackets. I was, no, I couldn't believe the shoes that I'd never seen before. I was like, where are these trainers from? You like, do you want it? Do you want it? Shall I throw it away? Uncle's just
Literally.
getting to the point where she was like, chuck it in the bin.
Any questions about anything, like, oh, I was like, throw it away. Oh, what's this? What's the thing? Throw it away. Get it out of my sight. Throw it away. I hate this experience. I don't want another thing. Like, it's so panic inducing. I don't think you understand the fear. The fear. I get why people are minimalists. I really do.
Yeah,
It
can
could
never
never
be
be
me
me.
though.
No, it could
Can
never
never,
be
yeah.
me. I'm a material girl for sure. Through and through.
Through and through. And I love being a material girl. What
Same.
do you mean? I'm just looking right now at my tower of bags.
Hmm. And
Just
something about
piled.
having being able to just look at all your things, not in the way that I was seeing it when we were packing,
Yeah.
not in that way where it was like shove it all into a bag. In the way where it was like it's all laid out really nicely, it's in its designated space, it's like decorative. That sparks so much joy for me.
Yeah.
But you do need to take time. I wish that we had something like the cloud, but for physical items and not a storage unit shoved away that you'll never ever be able to see it. There needs to be something where it's like, oh, I've got my stuff, but it's not right here, right now, but I can access it whenever I want.
But why would you want that? I thought you wanted to be able
For
to
all
see
like
it
my
and just
birthday
be like,
cards and all my like
ah,
journals and those stuff.
because that's just going to keep building up and building up all these
Exactly.
sentimental stuff. Where are you actually supposed to end up putting it? Because I'm the same. I keep all of my birthday cards and little trinkets, even notes. Like, Will used to send me stuff during the pandemic through Amazon, and then he'd leave an Amazon note. I kept all of those little notes because they're so cute.
Mm.
Although one of them was like really, it wasn't raunchy, but it was just like, oh yeah, you sexy this, all of that sort of stuff. And Mum saw it when she was,
Oh my God.
and it was just like he had ordered me a weighted blanket because it's it's supposed to be really
Hmm.
good for like anxiety and
Hmm.
also just
How she sleeps so much. I remember the first time I used a weighted blanket. I wasn't even intending to sleep, and I woke up like 2 hours later. Like,
it
what?
takes you away. It
What?
takes you away. Yeah, and then that was the notes. And think about me being. I was just like, that doesn't even match the gift. Why have you done that?
It's meant to be soothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also like I like going through all my reports from when I was like from all my years of schooling. So I was reading all my
Mm.
primary school ones and oh my God, it's so beautiful just thinking about yourself at that age and seeing the growth, like seeing the changes as you get from like reception in year one being so shy and quiet to year five being so like charming and confident and then how
Aw.
that just grows throughout secondary school. Like, it's also interesting, like the subjects that you are pegged as being naturally gifted or natural, like a natural strength of yours, and how the interest just kind of drops.
What did they say about you?
I think art was always one that like, oh yeah, she's really good, like clearly very skilled and also very clearly interested. And I remember when I stopped being interested in art, and it was secondary school.
It's because of the teachers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was I speaking to about this? About like art teachers and PE teachers and how
They can take it out of you.
they
Because PE was
really
another one where they were like,
can.
oh yeah, she's really gets involved, really. Secondary school, I stopped giving a shit about PE. I think something that secondary school teachers do when it's those kind of subjects especially is they will have you pegged as either really good and that's it. If you're not like really skilled and really gifted at that particular subject, then they won't give you that special attention that you're just they in fact that you don't even need special attention. They won't even give you much or of anything to encourage any kind of interest. So PE, they always will pick their favorites, and then those
Mhm.
favorites will get every opportunity, every like bit of encouragement, everything. And the same with music as well and art.
Yes.
You'll unless you've come already gifted at the subject or already having had lessons or already musically skilled, they're not investing in you.
But sometimes it also feels like they're pissed off,
Yeah.
especially with art. Like there was a specific teacher who,
What's her name again? She was fucking nasty. She was the
yeah,
one
I
who'd be
can't
like,
remember.
your
Your
clay pot got what exploded in the kiln. It exploded that one and took out that person's one. Yours got popped. Yeah, yours is gone. She
and
had
she literally was
no
like, she
heart for the
said it
fact that
to me.
people's personal, the thing they spent
They spent
lessons
ages
and
on.
lessons building had exploded in the kiln.
I made a Winnie the Pooh clay pot and he had a honey pot next to it as well. So it was
Hmm.
going to be like and they're both like trinket little dish
Hmm.
type, not dishes, little trinket containers. So proud of it, spent ages with it, really didn't want to have it explode in the kiln. And she was like, yours smashed, yours smashed, yours fell apart in smithereens. That's what she said
She
about my Winnie
didn't
the
give a
Pooh.
shit.
Yours smashed into smithereens.
Wow.
You've got the honey pot. It was only the honey pot that survived.
Oh
Mum
wait,
still
is
has
it? I
the
thought it
honey
was the other way
pot.
around. I thought it was the poo that's survived and the honey pot splashed up.
No.
That's so gutting. It'd be the worst thing ever. You just come to school with your stomach twisted up, thinking, Did my thing survive in the kiln or nah?" And mine was, I remember making a little. I remember we had to make like kitsch containers, and we spent like weeks like delving into the definition of kitsch. What is kitsch? It means like a bit like off. center, a bit like tacky, kind of fun. So I made a toilet container and I'd like reinforced the back so that it had like a really thick kind of like, what's that thing called? Like the bit where the toilet's, the bit that holds the water. Anyway, I made it really thick and, but I did it last minute. So just like scored the back of the clay, both clay pieces, attached it to it. Anyway, obviously it popped off in the kiln. And thankfully the rest of the toilet survived and it's just you can just see that exposed back bit. But I don't know where that is. I don't think we ended up keeping it. I remember throwing it away actually like some years ago. But she just didn't care. She did not care that for anyone's feelings. She didn't have
Just
time. She didn't have time. And she did not take prisoners when it came
no.
to
I'm not purposely not that good at art.
yeah.
I'm still trying. I like the subject, you know, it's drawing, creating things like that is fun. But
And
the second that you weren't the best at it, they're looking at you like, oh, you
yeah.
raggedy bitch.
Hmm.
And it's like,
But also
no.
as well as like she she wouldn't let you have anything. So like if you did made something and you were proud of it, she'd like tell you why you shouldn't be proud of it. I remember I painted this I think we'd be doing like she put like different objects on the center of each table and we all just had to like do like still life paintings. And I mine was good. Everyone was telling me mine was good. But she was like, the light perspective is off. It's off. She's like, no, can you see how, why is it leaning? Can you see why? And she was just really digging in and criticizing. And it was like, okay, fine. I guess it's not technically perfect, but come on. I wasn't here aiming for an A star.
Yeah.
This is just before I do my GCSEs. Like, I haven't picked art as one of my subjects.
Also, bring your baddest bitch out. Where's your painting?
Seriously, that's
No,
so true.
where's your stuff? Show me your models and your clay pieces that haven't smashed in the kiln.
That is true. We never actually got to see what her skills were saying. But yeah, the PE teachers were the worst for me, especially because I like to think of myself as naturally could probably do well at sports if I put my effort into it. But they immediately categorized me as not worth investing in when literally like my first week, I think. So I was in the year below Ek, our older sister, and she was the star girl when it came to sports at our school. And she was in every single team. She would be selected for every kind of like national thing where they're competing with other schools and stuff. So they had this expectation, oh, you're Ekna's sister. You must be also very good. And I just don't really care about, I just didn't really see it as any as deep in any kind of way. So what I might put loads of effort in on one day because I'm really feeling it, I'm excited, and then the next day I'm like, I don't care. So it's very inconsistent. But immediately that I wasn't delivering to the level that Ekno would, that was it. And again,
Mm.
it's this whole thing of now you seem like you're pissed off at me. You dislike me.
Mm.
You dislike me. What did I do? What did I do? We're playing round as I chose to be a fielder because I wanted to just stand around.
Sun's out. The girls are
This
about. We're
exactly,
chatting.
exactly on this particular lesson, I don't want to play. I just want to chat. And you're mad at me.
And I'm sorry, mind you, this is like 20 something year old women.
Right.
Why
That's the
are
craziest
you
part.
getting
You're
all bent out of
being a
shape?
13-year-old girl. Like, I'm 13 and my friends are here. And this isn't a competition. This is just a lesson. We've got 50 minutes of this, counting and changing time. By the time it's all said and done, I'll be at geography. It's honestly, yeah, the attitude that you get from them, and let alone music. Music?
I
They would
fucking
just
hated
tell
that
you, oh, this
shit.
is what you're doing this week, and they would leave you alone the whole lesson, unless you were grade 8 piano or you've been singing, doing singing lessons since you were 5. They could not give one single shit about you. So yeah, all of these like funner, kind of like more creative and expressive subjects. My older reports were being like, yeah, yeah, she's great, she's great. And then later on, it's just like, yeah, she doesn't give a shit. I don't think she's gonna hit her targets, her year 9 targets. A grade 7 is looking, level 7 is looking very unlikely. I think she's more like a level 4. I'm like, shit, boy, shit. I was shocked to hear that there's been a new development within your neighborhood saga with your
Oh,
crazy neighbor stories, and it's starting to become way more sinister and targeted.
yeah, honestly. I hate talking about it because
Mm,
it makes me feel like I'm bringing it to life. It's happening. It's to
it's a
life. It's
lie.
here.
It's a lie.
It's
It's a
alive and
lie.
kicking.
Hmm.
So Will went down to the post box. We all have an area downstairs where there's our letterboxes and it's numbered so everyone knows whose is whose. So of course he's gone down to put his key into the lock to just check our mailbox and he can't put his key inside. And then he looks at it and inspects it closer and can see that someone has put some sort of super glue or resin, some sort of clear thing inside the key bit of our letterbox. And so now the key can't go inside the letterbox to open it. And he looked at every single other number in the surrounding area of ours, and none of them had an issue. It wasn't like it was dripping from the one above and maybe something had gone wrong. No, this is, as you said, targeted. They know our door number, and the door number of the post box obviously corresponds to the one on our door.
Hmm.
Whereas our parking space, that doesn't. Did you just burp? Because you burped directly into the mic.
No, I went. Mm.
Eh. Mm.
Whoa! It stopped you right in the middle of your sentence. I said, mm.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, we're still being bullied. We're
Hmm.
still being bullied in our own home, which is it's so annoying because I'm like, I love this place. I love my flat. But these neighbors trust no one. Trust absolutely nobody.
I don't like this. I don't think it's something good or funny or cute.
Mm-mm.
I think they have bad intentions. I think they have real bad intentions, and I don't like it.
Oh my God. Do you think they're gonna kill?
No, I don't think they're gonna kill you. I
Eh.
don't think they're gonna kill you. I just think like this isn't just like pranks to be fun. Like you guys don't have a established thing where you're playing together.
Mm.
They're making your life like they're adding all these minor inconveniences to your life. Like now you can't even access your freaking post box because they've glued the lock shut. It's a
I
good
don't
thing that
know.
the numbers for the parking spots don't correspond to your front door because Lord knows what they'd be doing down there.
We still haven't solved the mystery of the poo behind my car, because that could still very well have been them if they'd figured out a way of knowing that somehow realizing that that is our spot. Yeah, it
Mm.
doesn't correspond, but I do also think it makes sense in terms of where it's located, where
Oh gosh.
our spaces are located in a similar area as our neighbours. Because there's a lady that I speak to and who has been lovely to us since we've moved in, and she lives, I think, just above us, and her car's near us. So I think if they wanted to suss it out, if they were dedicated to the cause of just terrorizing us, then they could suss it out.
No, yeah, I don't know. I think if it's the guys upstairs that you think it is, then I would hazard a guess and say that it's been them that's done everything. They've done the potatoes, they've done and guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, this is an ongoing saga that Chid's had with her neighbours where there just seems to be this silent war where there's only one side that's actually perpetrating things and the other side is just having to take it and not know who really is behind it. Kind of like a big war that's been ongoing.
Shit. Shit.
Is it crazy? Is that a crazy comparison to make? Is that a crazy comparison to make? It's kind of mirroring to a very, very, very minor scale. Very, I'd say probably not at all, even. Just the themes there. I'm seeing parallels here.
Oh
Where
God.
someone who just thinks they're going to get away with it and ultimately will.
We did email our letting agent, just kind of letting them know, but they don't care ultimately, do they really?
And I think there's even some colluding going on there. I think again the powers that be are in support somewhat.
Well, why didn't they release the tapes?
Yeah, literally this whole CCTV thing could be the one thing that blows this whole thing apart and they won't release the tapes. See, I feel
Oh
like there
my
are even
God.
things that Chid hasn't even updated here about where there's like vomit on the balcony and just bodily fluids where they shouldn't be, potatoes with abuse where they shouldn't be. Like it's just it's yeah, it's not funny anymore.
No. I need to buy a house.
The thing is, though, the problem with buying a house or just having a house, living anywhere, is that you can't control your neighbors.
Yeah, and then when you ask questions around the neighbors, no one wants to talk.
Hmm. And you could
No one
have the
wants to be
perfect,
honest.
you could have the perfect neighbor, and then they move. And then after that, who you
Exactly.
can't control who comes in and replaces them. And the thing about people not being honest about the state of their neighbors is that first of all, they could have been fine and dandy to them, but then when you move in, for some reason they may not take to you for some random reason, or it could be that yeah, it's just small things that don't seem worth mentioning, but actually for you they're really big things.
Yes.
And then also, isn't it if there's like a formal dispute where there's like you have to declare it, you can't,
Legally, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if the police have been called, if there's
But
some sort of like, yeah, actual dispute, then you have to say it.
but sometimes it's like you're not even being shown round by the person that used to live there. You're
Mm,
being shown round by
the agent.
the agent that just wants you to that wants to close this up as quickly as possible. So
That's
they're not
true.
even gonna say the truth anyway. I wish I had the exact same neighbours and setup as I did in my Milton Keynes flat just
Oh,
here. I want to bring the whole building here and just have that exact thing because that was amazing. And my neighbours were fantastic.
oh.
And this is just like a bunch of scrawny little rat boys who just are acting a fool for no reason.
Well, hopefully, whilst I'm here in May, we can at least crack the case. And also, I
All
think
right, Sherlock. He
no,
said, I'm
seriously,
here now.
whilst I'm here, there's you've got some extra support. I believe that in cracking the case, that's what's going to put a stop to it. I think part of why it's happening is because it's so under the surface and unspoken and unseen. I think once you know who's doing it and they've been exposed, I think that that's going to stop. I don't believe these people are bold enough to continue with their torment.
No. But also, what else are they gonna do now? Like you've come to my car park, you've come to outside my door with the potato, you've come to my post box, letterbox with the glue, like my balcony you've
Mm,
thrown up on. What more can you do?
I don't know,
There's
Chid.
nowhere else to get me.
I don't know, Chid, but I hate to see what's coming next.
Oh, I ask again, are they going to kill me? The drama.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God. Anyway, this episode was sponsored by Right Move and Zoom. No, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'd hate to be pushed out, but whatever.
Mm. I just realised that we haven't actually done a signal check this week.
Oh yeah! Was that so loud and awful in your ear?
It was a bit witchy.
Hey, do that again? Oh yeah! Oh, be honest with me. Do I sound like Oliver Twist sometimes? Do I sound like I'm from the East End,
Sometimes,
but it's 1952?
sometimes, yeah.
Because anytime Will does an impression of me, he's like, "And make sure you write down the don't you write down the sides when you're finished making those bacon and eggs." I don't know that accent.
No, no, it doesn't give that. It doesn't give that.
No, what is the
But it does
accent?
sound quite East End sometimes.
Which is crazy because I'm influencing you badly because you and X say your T's,
Yeah.
you enunciate every word.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of talk like the same way I
Slack
write.
jawed.
Like
Slack jawed. But it's true, yeah. I do feel like my enunciation has decreased.
slack short.
Since it's when I was in Warwick, that's the most I've never sounded more like the Queen. I've never sounded more like the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, R.I.P., as in, rest there.
You said you said something that made me go, oh,
Oh, signal check.
oh yeah. What's your
Signal
signal
check.
check?
I'm okay, you know. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. Thanks
What's
for
your signal?
asking.
What's your signal check though?
Probably every week it's the same thing. I'm just tired. I'm always tired. I'm always tired. But I'm I'm 3 bars. The sun's out. It's beautiful. I've had an emotionally tumultuous week. Something that's sitting at the back of every emotion I've been feeling is just like gratitude, like deep, deep gratitude. I'm so happy to be here, to be able to have such a good life, to be able to, when you say goodbye to things and you're sad about it, that's also, there's also a lot of like gratitude that comes with that. It's like how amazing to be able to have things that I feel sad to walk away from. Do you know what I mean? Like it's how
Oh,
amazing that I got to live that. I got to experience that, and I have a home that's been such a safe space for me and carried me, seen me through so many of my experiences. Like wow, that's amazing. And then how, and then also the gratitude and excitement of like what's coming next, and like also feeling very proud of myself for being to be where I am at in life at the moment. Yeah, I feel, to be honest, I'm gonna say full. I'm gonna say full bars. Why not? Why hold back?
oh.
Why hold back? Yeah, I feel good. I feel sad. I actually do feel sad, but the sun's out. Like it's just good. Yeah, full bars. What about
I
you?
love that. That is such a good perspective to have, though.
Hmm.
How grateful to have lived somewhere where you.
Not everyone has that. Like, yeah, not everybody has that. And then
I.
also the way, sorry, also the way that we're leaving it is like we're leaving it having. My mum has like turned an investment on, turned, what's the word? Turned a profit on this investment as well.
Mm,
So it's not like we're just leaving it and it's like, it's leaving it and she's getting a fat check in her account in a few days.
exactly.
So at least there's more gain there. There's like some physical monetary gain there, apart from the like memories and all of that.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's true.
What about you?
I am 3 bars, maybe 4 bars. I mean, I've had a really nice week, really good weekend. Oh, I went out on Friday. The
Mm.
same Friday that we did the shift of a lifetime in terms of waking up at 5, coming down to London, sorting everything out, lifting things.
Yeah,
That's where the
wait, can I just
DOMs
say
come in.
actually, yeah, we forgot to touch on this, the DOMs. So I had every single item of mine that was being taken to storage, including furniture and things like that. But then there was also another lot of things which would be being taken to my mum's house, like her new house. So we had two vans coming to collect our stuff on Friday morning. One was coming, or meant to be coming at like 9:30 a.m., and the other one was meant to be coming at 11. So we were up from like 7. No, we were awake at like 5, here at like 7, 6-ish, 7-ish, taking things down from the second floor of this flat, which we don't have a lift, all the way down to the bottom, outside so that they can be ready for collection, including a sofa, like a large leather L-shaped sofa, which comes apart in two pieces and it is too freaking long for the stairwell. So there were loads of jimmying and maneuvering that had to happen, including catching it from the bottom of the balcony. It was crazy. So we were doing all of that, and we had an assembly line, a really, really effective production line, which was people stationed at the from someone moving the items from the living room down the balcony to the top of the stairs. Someone posted like 2 flights of stairs down, picking it from there, and then someone else midway through, and then someone else at the bottom, someone taking it from the bottom all the way to the point where we were getting collected from the van. We were working, guys. We were working. It was, I've never seen teamwork like that before.
No,
It
no.
was beautifully done. So obviously, Chid has woken up with body aches and pains. But you went from that early morning, heavy lifting, physical exertion to going out.
Yeah. So I was thinking, oh, I need to make sure as soon as I get home, I'm gonna have a nap and then I'll get ready for the night out. Well, there wasn't time. I didn't realize how long of a day it was going to be. Thankfully, our oldest sister Ek was the one who drove us in,
Hmm.
so I got a little bit of shut eye in the car. But my mum was also there snoring, and I was just like, oh my God, she's snoring. But I had a bit of sleep. So just got in, had time to eat, drink a couple tinnies. Oh, I had some. I've got my speaker. I had some really nice summer
Ooh,
drink. Yeah,
yes.
some very nice summer drinks have dropped in Aldi. I don't know if they're new. They're new to me, but they're tinnies. And there's a peach colada one. It's 8%. It tastes divine. It's really, really tasty. And it's like a pina colada, but peach flavored. Really nice.
Mm.
And then I did also see in Audi the Hugo Spritz and this peach spritz thing. These already kind of went viral
Hmm.
a few months ago, but they had it in a bottle form. Now they've got it in the tinny form, so you can just take it. It's good for picnics and journey juice and all of that good stuff. So I only had time to eat and have a couple of those and get ready and go. We went to this place called Diddy's, which is in Mare Street, and I know it's an unfortunate name, but that is actually her name. Like the
Spell it
person
though,
who,
spell it. It's not spelled D-I-double-D-Y.
yeah,
No,
I think it is.
not. She could have at least made it D-I-D-I.
I think yeah, it's called the exact same thing. Yeah. Anyway, it's such a cute space. It's like really small. I managed to get a drinking mixer for £5.50, which is decent for London.
Hmm.
Music was amazing. Great DJ. It was this woman DJ who was so pretty, the loveliest braids in her hair. And it was just so fun. We were just on a silly vibe. It was
I
me
love
and my
that.
my girls from school. Me and my girls from school, one of my best friend-in-law, you know, friend-in-laws,
Hmm.
your friend's best friend.
Hmm.
She came over. She's lovely, and yeah, it was just fun. And then it got to the point of the night where some of us wanted to continue the night somewhere else because Diddy's was shutting or DD's was shutting. And then another person brought up, actually, my friend-in-law brought up food. She said the F words. It was 2 a.m. and I just was thinking, I have been up since 5. I could do with a kebab and my home. So we go and have the most tasty kebab I've had in a long time.
Mm.
Delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Then we got the Ubers home. We got an Uber to her house, and then I was just going to get an Uber to mine because I'm further afield, and it worked out cheaper somehow.
Yeah.
I get into my Uber now. We said our goodbyes, belly full of kebab and sloshing around because I'm still kind of drunk. I'm in the back of the cab, my head's sort of swaying. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm in the car and I just hear this knock. And instantly I'm like not as drunk anymore.
Oh my
My eyes are
God.
open and I'm alert. And I just hear my Uber driver say, He's just hit me. He's just hit
Oh
me.
my
He's just hit
God.
me. I know that that Uber driver was in shock because he repeated that line so many times. I am like frozen in place, just haven't left the car yet, looking to the left. And I see this car with the front left of the car has just been broken away. And basically we were going straight across the roundabout and this other car was coming out to the left of us. So he was supposed to have given way to us and he didn't. And he's managed to smash his car into the back of
The
my
back side of the car.
the back side of the
But
car.
you were backside. But you were sitting in the back.
I was sitting right next to it. So if we had slowed down anymore or he was quicker, he would have hit that back seat side.
No shit.
He could have hit me because I was on that side.
No.
So
And
I was
how?
looking,
Oh my God.
I was looking out the window, shocked. I couldn't, I haven't moved yet. I'm still shocked and I'm looking out the window. My driver has come out and they're talking to each other. The guy in the in the front seat, all I could see was this other guy who looked fucked out of his head. He was so drunk, and I was just looking at him, hoping he wasn't the driver. Obviously, he wasn't. He was in the passenger seat, and he came out, opened the door, my door. You all right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was checking in on me, but he was so drunk.
Wait, he was a passenger.
He was a passenger.
Okay.
And I think everyone was just like, everyone had come out of the car and they were talking and discussing things. And I guess they were just seeing if I was okay because I hadn't come out of the car yet and I was just like sort of a statue in there. And then the other driver came out and checked on me and they were like, "Are you okay?" And yeah, I just couldn't believe that that was happening. I could not believe that that was happening. And then he pulled in his car, they exchanged information. I took a couple of pictures, and then he was like, I've reported it to Uber, and I don't think I'm gonna continue the journey. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I think you need to.
Yeah, half the car is missing. What the hell?
So I walked the rest home. I get home and I was like, Will, and he obviously this is like it's like 3 a.m. at this point, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, a car just hit my Uber. And he instantly got out of bed and was like holding me and asking me more questions. And he was like, why didn't you call me when you were at the place, like where they had dropped you off? And I was just like, I don't know. I think I was just in autopilot of like, oh, let me
Yeah,
just get
just get
home.
home.
And he was like, you literally call me for the most stupid things ever. And I was thinking there was a time that I was going to get hair extensions for my hair that we had started, and I couldn't find color 33. So I
Mhm.
called Will. I'm just there like, hey Siri, call Will. So upset. And he's like, what exactly do you think I can do about the fact that they don't have color 33? And he's like, why did you not call me about this? But yeah, that was a very eventful end to a very eventful
Girl,
night. I know. Crazy.
that's absolutely insane. So, what's happening now? Like, are you,
Well,
yeah,
Uber's been in touch. I don't
okay.
know. I'm gonna need to reply back to them.
Yeah, because you're
And
saying that you're a little bit achy.
yeah, my neck is achy. The top of my shoulders don't feel good.
Yeah, all of these DOMs that you're talking about, I feel like the places that you're describing doesn't sound like it'd be from heavy lifting. I reckon that impact probably got you more than you realize.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm just glad you're okay. That would have been a very different
right.
episode. Oh God, I'm so glad that everything's okay.
Yeah, I know. Do you think it was the upstairs neighbors that did this?
Imagine if it was him that came out of the car and said, "You all right, yeah?" You need to
Oh
check that actually if the job was finished or not. I personally would be avoiding Ubers for a while.
my God. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm glad that I'm okay, and I hope that this is the start of many more nights out to come that don't end up like that. But that
Yeah.
was a really fun night, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the sunny-ish evenings that lead into
Hmm.
those nights that just keep on going.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm down as well. I'm down to join. I don't know what summer's gonna look like in this whole new place.
I know. All
Uh,
it is a lot. No, it's fun. It's fun, and there's a lot of cute bars and pubs here, and really nice restaurants. But when you want to go into London and do fun things, there's a lot more thinking about it. And
mm,
you need to add an extra bit of time around getting ready and the travel. And you need to be very specific. Look at your face. Yeah,
not
you just
sounding
need
good.
you have to be more intentional about getting ready and you can't be late because you
Hmm,
just add that, yeah,
okay.
add that
Well,
journey in.
well, there you go. In terms of things to put on speaker, I've got oh, first of all, I didn't mention that I got sick the day after recording when I said I can't afford to get sick. I immediately got sick, woke up sick. And I'm still kind of recovering from it, so just in case I sound bunged up. But speaker this week. So now we're in that point of it's really sunny, ice creams, ice lollies. I'm just kind of craving that 24/7. I'm actually gonna go out after this. I'm gonna have a shower, go for a walk, and part of my walk is to come back home with a nice ice cream.
Mm.
And after all of our heavy lifting on Friday, we ended off our reflections with ice lollies in hand. And the ones that we had are so nice. They're twisters. So if you guys love a twister, which for me they are so nostalgic but also like so good, so refreshing, so yummy, and then you get the cream, like the little touch of cream, which is just yeah, a nice little treat. They've got a new flavor which is like a tropical one, and it's I think it's pineapple and passion fruit. So freaking good.
Love it.
That's my speaker for this week. If you need a little pick me up, head into your local supermarket, grab a twister, Make sure it's the tropical twist and let me know what you think. What about you?
I gave mine. Mine was
Oh
the
yeah, oh
tinnies from
yeah,
Aldi. So you've got your
yeah.
ice
Get your
lolly, your
best.
drink of choice.
Yeah, have a weekend, guys. I mean, it's only Wednesday now, but Wednesday. Once you're through Wednesday, then we're looking down the barrel of the weekend. So I'd get yourself prepped from now, so that as soon as you log on Friday, you can go straight into it.
Yeah, and Friday's supposed to be 20 degrees,
Oh
full
my
sun. So
God. I want to get my hair
yeah,
done, my nails done, my pedicure. I'm not prepared for this yet. I need to get a wax, I need to get my eyebrows done. Like I need to do every single maintenance thing there is to do.
literally same. But also, you need to plan your birthday
Oh, yeah.
because you've actually got 1
30
week now.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. Guys, put something on speaker for me when it comes to birthdays. What should I do? Suggestions, welcome. Any like last minute birthday things. I want to go somewhere for like drinks and a nice meal. That's kind of where I'm at this year. Put your suggestions in the comments. Follow us on our social medias at Stay on the Line Sis on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, if you want to send us an email, any thoughts on today's episodes, anything to share with us, anything at all, it's stay on the line sis at gmail.com.
Lovely. All right. Talk later. Talk next week.
All right.
See you in the living room.
See you there. Bye.
Bye.